Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Denise Walsh. I'm an Ambassador Diamond with It Works, and I'm excited to have you on the call today. You chose to take some time out of your busy day to be a part of this webinar. This is all about how to make the big bucks with It Works. We're going to talk about advanced compensation today, advanced leadership training, advanced strategy. So if you're a new distributor with us, please know that you may have to listen to this a few times for it all to sink in, but that's okay. We also have a lot of new diamonds, double diamonds, and triple diamonds on the team, and we want to make sure that you know exactly what's going on and how to train and lead your team to be as successful as you. The webinar is being recorded. If you have questions throughout the webinar, then you can certainly type those in, and I will stop and answer questions throughout. All right. We know that with It Works, there's 5 ways to earn. I'm going to briefly go through these 5 ways, but then really expand on the leadership level of diamond and above, and the bonuses that are unlocked when you get to those leadership levels. So first with It Works, we have product sales. Product sales is the cash that you earn at a party. It's not where the big bucks necessarily come from, but for new distributors, it's awesome to be able to leave a party with product in their hands. You also make 15% on all the loyal customers that you personally sign up in the business. Next we have team commissions. Team commissions is the residual income. This is the income that you earn on training your team well and the loyal customers that they sign up. Your first level you get 10%. Your second level you get 10%. Your third level you get 5. Your fourth level you get 5, and then so it goes 10, 10, 5, 5, 5, 2 to infinity. That infinity bonus means that you get 2% through the next emerald in your leg. And so you might not get residual on every single person in your downline if you've got 20, 30, 50 levels as your team continues to grow, which is why we always want to keep our commissions up within our first 6 to 10 levels. So that Emerald Infinity bonus means you get 10, 10, 10, 2 to infinity. The infinity bonus means that you get through the next emerald in that leg. All right, next we have Fast Start bonuses. We all know this is the training bonus. This ensures that you're going to get good training. Every time you sign up a new distributor who's on auto ship and they get 2 loyal customers in their first 30 days, you as the enroller, as the trainer, get a $100 Fast Start bonus. The Fast Start bonuses are paid out on a weekly basis, whereas the team commissions and the residual income is paid out on the 15th of each month. Next, we have the car bonus. The car bonus means that if you are a customer gatherer or you're out partying and you're gathering customers left and right, you gather 60 customers. When you gather 60 customers, no matter how long it takes you, and you have a $3,000 personal volume, then you earn an extra $600 a month. Month after month after month after month. They typically say that for somebody who is focused on the car bonus, even if they do not build a team, they can make anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 from the residual income from their loyal customers and that $600 monthly car allowance. Now, one thing to know about this is that the loyal customers that you have for your car bonus, they do not have to be actively ordering that month. So that means you don't have to count throughout your team and see how many of your loyal customers ordered. What that means is that you have 60 customers who did not cancel during their first 3 months. A loyal customer with It Works has a 3-month commitment, and they are considered a loyal customer towards the car bonus if they did not cancel within their first 3 months. So they can order whatever they want. Sometimes, of course, you always want to be sharing with them new products, ordering packages, keep in touch with them. If your volume drops below that 3,000 personal volume, don't worry, because since you're already eligible for that car bonus, as soon as your volume goes back up over 3,000, you are good to go to get that 600. My husband and I got that car bonus a few years ago, and we're still getting $600 extra a month, month after month, that our volume is over that 3,000 personal volume. And then we land on leadership bonuses. The 5th way to earn with It Works is leadership bonuses. This is really when your check starts doubling and tripling and going crazy just by doing the same amount of work. We all know that we work really hard at the beginning of our business, and when you get to diamond and above, you'll continue to see the fruit of your labor as you're training your distributors well and you're starting to get those bonuses. So what is diamond? Diamond is the first leadership level with It Works. Diamond means that you have 5 people on your top line, 3 of which are 400 BV legs, 1 is ruby, and 1 is emerald. When you get to diamond, 2 extra payouts are unlocked. The first one is the generational bonus. When you get to diamond, you earn your first generation. Your first generation is anybody on your team that is not yet diamond. So typically, with a new diamond, you don't have any diamonds on your team just yet. So they are considered, that person is considered, you would get a 2% volume or 2% raise on your entire group volume. If you do have diamonds on your team, then things are a little bit different for you. But typically, if you have 0 diamonds on your team, you are diamond yourself, you get a 2% raise on your entire volume. You also start getting CAB bonus. CAB stands for Customer Acquisition Bonus, and this is for every new distributor that you sign up and place wherever you want on the team. It's all about the enrollership once you're diamond and above. So to get those CAB bonuses, you need to enroll new distributors, and you can place them wherever on your team makes sense, and you will get an extra $80. So we know the CAB bonus is connected to the Fast Start bonus, so if you enroll someone, they're on AutoShip and get 2 loyal customers within their first 30 days, you earn the $100 Fast Start bonus. You also, as a diamond, earn $80 CAB bonus, so $180. You can see how the same work, your check just almost doubled. And then every time that person signs up a new distributor, you get an 80, 80, 80 throughout the depth of the team. I am going to show you a little bit more on this and how this works by using some of the drawing tools on GoToWebinar here. So let's say that you are diamond. This person is already diamond. They are maintaining with $10,000 in personal volume, which is nice because as a diamond or above, you don't want to have to look in your back office and make sure everybody's at their 400 every single month. You need to do that for the first little bit. All these boxes need to be at 400, but after that you maintain with an overall volume of 10,000. That 10,000 does have to be balanced, which means that if this person right here is a superstar distributor and they have 10,000 in volume themselves, then you need to make sure that you have 5,000 outside of that super strong leg. You never want to cap your leaders, and you never want to think, oh man, I hope they don't get more volume. It doesn't matter what this person does. You just need to make sure you're building wide and that you are getting volume outside of that. So your 10,000 maintenance volume does need to be a bit balanced there. All right, now let's talk coding. And I do have pictures for double diamond and triple diamond, and I'll go there in just a second. The coding, let's say this is you signed up you got to diamond, you're working hard, and you sign up Aunt Sally. You're a diamond distributor, you sign up Aunt Sally. Let's say this is Aunt Sally right here. What do you get from her when she signs up? You get the $100 Fast Start bonus paid out weekly, and then you get the $80 CAB bonus, right? Because she is diamond coded to you. So you have a $100 Fast Start bonus and then the $80 CAB bonus. Sally signs up her neighbor Sue. So this is Sue. Sally is the enroller, so Sally gets the $100 Fast Start bonus when Sue's on AutoShip and gets 2 loyal customers. But you, as the diamond leader who enrolled Sally, you get 80, 80, 80, 80 throughout the depth of this team. just by training Sally well. After you went diamond, you signed Sally up, you trained her well, you went to her parties, you made sure they know steps to success, that you made sure that they were launching their parties and building with intention. 80-80, 80-80, 80 throughout the depth of the organization. I one time had somebody say, why do I want to get to diamond? And I thought, oh goodness, we need to make sure that everybody knows the power of unlocking the levels of leadership and the bonuses that happen when you get to diamond. All right, I'm going to move over the double diamond worksheet so we can talk about that. I'm going to answer a question here. Where is your volume considered? I'm not totally sure I know what you mean, but every single product that somebody purchases with It Works has a BV, bonus volume, attached to it, and you should see your bonus volume, your group volume, and all that stuff grow throughout your organization. So each of your teams will have volume when their people start getting loyal customers. All right, double diamond worksheet. I know this looks a little bit crazy here, but for double diamond, you need 1 diamond underneath you and 1 emerald. So 2 superstars. You'll see that 2 superstars were needed to get you to diamond. You've got your emerald and you've got your ruby. 2 superstars are needed to get you to double as well. You've got your diamond and then you've got your emerald. So what happens as a double diamond distributor? Number 1, your CAB bonus is now 120. Sorry, it's pretty funny to write with this pen. But your CAB bonus is now 120. So every time you sign up a new distributor after your double, you get 120, 120, 120, 120 through the depth of the organization. And again, it doesn't matter where you place this person. If you sign somebody up and they're maybe local to a team member, you can certainly place them wherever makes sense in your organization, but you still get the coding because you are the enroller. The other thing that happens is that you get your first generation and your second generation. This is where things get exciting, but also probably a bit more complicated. All right, so your first generation is everybody that's not yet diamond. So all of the volume all throughout here is considered your first generation. And what do you get for your first generation? You get 2%. So just like when you were diamond, you got a 2% raise on your volume. You still get that first generation. Anybody that's not yet diamond, you get a 2% raise on that volume. But things get exciting when you raise up a diamond. So all the volume underneath this girl, this is one of your superstars, she got to diamond, and you get a raise. So she's considered your second generation. And with your second generation, you get a 4% raise. 4% raise on your second generation. Now, what that means is that you want to get to diamond, and then you want to help your teammates get there as well. I'm going to do a little math here. Let's say your volume's at 30,000. I have a lot of team members who have a healthy volume at diamond. So let's say your diamond volume is at 30,000. You're making your residual, you're making your, the fast start bonuses, all that other stuff, but now you get this 2% and the 4% raise. Let's say that out of that 30,000, 15,000 of it was from your diamond. So let's say this diamond has a volume of 15,000. And you are double diamond. To maintain double diamond, you need 25,000 in volume. So 30,000 is very realistic volume for a double diamond, although again, I have lots of distributors who had significantly more than that by the time they got there. All right. So by going double diamond and this person going diamond, you made an extra $600 in your check. Month after month after month. And remember, as this person's volume grows, this bonus grows. Now, one other thing to consider is that if you enrolled this distributor, so let's say you enrolled the diamond, which most of us do, we enroll the people on our top level, then you actually get an extra 5%. So a total of 9% on this entire group volume. So let's do that again. You've got $15,000 in volume. You're getting a 9% raise on it. That's an extra $1,350 in your check per month, month after month after month after month. You, of course, got the 2% raise over here. So you have 30,000 in volume, 15,000 of it you get that 9% raise on. The rest of it you get that 2% raise on. So you made an extra $300 a month over here. So if you personally enrolled this diamond, you made an extra $1,600 in your check just by promoting. Now think of it, typical double diamonds make anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 a month. $5,000 to $8,000 a month. And sorry guys, I'm here that people are not seeing my drawings. Shoot. So I just unlocked the screen so you can see my drawings now. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so we've got first generation, second generation. This is your first generation here. You get that 2% raise. This is your second generation underneath this diamond here, so you get the 4% raise. If you personally enrolled them, then you get an extra 5, so that's a 9% raise on this entire diamonds group volume. So again, if you add these bonuses up, the $1,300 and the $300, you made an extra $1,600 just by promoting to diamond, which is why we say the strategy is to get to diamond, but then help your distributors do the same, because guess what? You get paid well when your distributors are successful. I'm going to leave this up a minute because I know not all of you saw what I was drawing, and we'll go to triple diamond. Because it's one thing to have diamonds on your top, but what happens when diamonds start popping underneath? You know, we say get to diamond and help your diamonds build, help your people get to diamond too, because every time you have a new diamond on a separate leg, that's another second generation. So you have a 9% on here. Let's say this emerald goes diamond. Then that splits off, and this becomes your second generation as well. So every single time you have a new diamond in a separate leg, that becomes your second generation, and you get that 4, hopefully 9% on everything that they do. All right, so let's go to triple here. Triple looks pretty darn crazy. Typical triples with it make about $10,000, but I know I was second top money earner at triple diamond, making over $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. So when you are at triple diamond and you are finding key leaders and you are building strong, you can make pretty crazy money at triple diamond. Triple diamond means that you have a double diamond and 2 diamonds on your top, and 2 $400 legs. So for diamond and double diamond, you need 2 strong legs, right? We talked about you need 2 superstars, but for triple, you need 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 superstars on your top line, and then 2 $400 legs. So the idea, guys, is that you're working within your superstar teams. You're working within the depth. You're helping them train. You're helping them learn. You're helping them within the first few levels, because we know that when your team does well, you do well too. So you certainly want to identify who those key leaders are going to be for you and your team, and then work within that team to help everybody learn what they're doing and figure this out and figure out that strategy. But what you always want to do too is make sure you've got that next superstar waiting in the wings, because to get to presidential, you need a fourth superstar, and to get to ambassador, you need a fifth superstar. So I typically recommend pick those 2 or 3 rock stars that are engaged, they're working in your business, they're plugged into the calls, plugged into the Facebook page, they're asking questions, they're doing their training academy, they're positive, they're goal-oriented, they're hard workers. You know, think of the attributes that you want in a leader. Think of the attributes in your leader, in your presidential, triple diamond, double diamond, and above, and ask yourself, do I have those traits myself? And if you do, then we need to become talent scouts and find those people that have those traits as well. So to get to triple, again, you have diamond, double diamond, diamond. I'm going to go through the generations on this. All right, so the first generation, as a triple diamond, you get your CAB bonus becomes $135. So when you sign up a new distributor and their CAB bonus is, and they get too low, I don't know why it's erasing, so I'll have to use the highlighter. And 135 CAB bonus. Cool. So this is the CAB. Sorry guys, I don't know why it's erasing, so I'll just have to tell you if it keeps erasing on me. $135 CAB bonus, and then you get your first, second, and third generation. So this unlocks the third generation for you. I'm going to highlight what those generations might be. Someone's asking for these higher charts. Yes, we just made them, or I just got access to them this month, and I'm going to put them on the Living the Dream Team site. Okay, so anybody that's not diamond, they're your first generation, and you get 2% on everything that they do. So you get that 2% on the people that are not diamond in your organization. For the first diamond in a leg, you actually get that 9% second generation. So you get the 9% if you personally enrolled them, 9%, 9%. And then we've got your double diamond. Now this is where things can get a little bit tricky, because as soon as somebody in your depth goes diamond, they become your third generation. So this double diamond, you get the 9% outside. You get the double diamond, you get the 9% on everything that's outside. And then if you did not personally enroll them, you get 4%. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not, it goes 2, 4. So these you get the 4, and then this goes down to 2, 4, 2%. So this breaks off, and you now get a 2% raise. You get the 4% outside of everything that's not diamond, and then you get the 2% on all of the volume underneath that one diamond. All right, I'm going to ask some question or answer some questions here. If I didn't personally enroll my diamond, do you still get commissions for that person? Absolutely. You still get residual, you still get all the 10, 10, 5, 5, 5, 2, all that stuff. But if you didn't personally enroll them, then you get the 4% raise. on the group volume. If you personally enroll them, then you get 5. Every time you sign up somebody, then you personally enroll them. But sometimes people choose to place that person where it makes sense in their organization, which means that, you know, this diamond didn't personally enroll that person. That's what I mean by personally enrolled. When you sign somebody up, you have enrollership, but sometimes people place distributors, and if that person is not, you know, if this diamond or if this double diamond did not personally sponsor the diamond tier, then she gets the 4% on the volume, and you get the extra 5, which means you get 2 instead of, or you get 7 instead of 2. So first generation is 2%, second generation is 4%, third generation is 2, and then 1, 1. So 2, 4, 2, 1, 1. I still don't know why this is deleting or erasing on me, so I apologize if it's being silly. Okay, good question. What if somebody is a superstar and they pass their upline? So let's say this person is a superstar here and they promote to triple diamond at the same time as this person. It really doesn't matter. This person is going to get paid on what they get paid on, and this person is going to get paid on what they get paid on. So an example of that, I can pull up the presidential chart here. This is a little bit crazy. I don't know that this is going to be all that helpful because it's not on the same page. It's like a few pages long here. CO, I think I'm just going to try to do my best to explain it on this triple diamond worksheet. So let's say that this triple diamond stays triple diamond and this double diamond promotes. Well, as a triple diamond, you get paid on your first, second, and third generation. And so that doesn't change. That doesn't change. This top person is going to get paid on their first, second, and third generation, and this bottom person is going to get paid on their first, second, and third generation. The only thing that can happen is if you've got a superstar leg, and maybe you've got 4 or 5 generations, but you're triple diamond, when you promote, you will unlock the depth, the power of the depth in that organization. So an example of that is, let's say that this person is still a double diamond. Let's say that this person is a double diamond and this person is still double diamond. Well, as a double diamond, you get paid on your first and second generation. So the first generation is anybody that's not diamond. The second generation is considered the first diamond in the leg. So this person has a third generation. But if they're still double, then they're not going to get the bonus on this leg until they get to triple. They still get paid on the leg. They still get residual on the leg. They still get that leg is still very important to them. They just do not get that generational bonus, the 2, 4, 2, 1, 1, until they unlock that triple, unlock that third generation. What other questions do we have? So the idea with it works is that you get to diamond and then you build diamonds in your width, because every time you have a diamond in your width, you get that extra 9%. You get that extra, I don't know why it's being really silly, that extra 9% on the entire volume. So you'll say build diamonds in your width, and it's very strategic in that, because every single time you have a new leg, you have a new second generation, third generation, and then fourth generation, you know, all the diamonds in the row. All right. What other questions do we have? Can you move people throughout different legs once they are placed? No. You have 24 hours to move a new distributor, and once they're there, they're there. They cannot move. I typically do not recommend placing below your third level. The biggest reason for that is because you want to keep your volume close and tight. I also say though, there's sometimes keep your you want to keep your promotions don't happen on accident, right? They're very intentional, and you work hard, and you're focused. So I often will say that sometimes you have to just get to your position, and then you can continue to build wide, but you do have to make that push. If you're not diamond, who gets the cab bonus? The person that's diamond. So if the person that's diamond is the enroller. So let's say I enrolled somebody, and everybody on that entire tree is enrolled or is coded to me, or the diamond above them. The next diamond in the leg, it depends on who the enroller is, but the enroller, let's say I sign up this person, and that person is not yet diamond, and they sign up all these people before they hit diamond. That means that I would get coding on all of that entire team. So a diamond that has a diamond personally enrolled to them, which, hold on, let me read this. Dondra is asking a question that I have. This is where the strategy comes in. So a diamond that has a diamond personally enrolled to them, which also has a diamond personally enrolled to them, the top doesn't get, it depends on, doesn't get paid on the diamond 2 levels below. You get the residual, absolutely. You still get residual. The question is do they unlock the generations? And if everything outside of your diamond is first generation, then the first diamond in the leg is second generation. So that'd be second generation here, then third generation. And then when this emerald pops, it's fourth generation. When this ruby pops, it's fifth generation, all to this person. So you get 2, 4, 2, 1, 1. So and if you personally enrolled them, you get the extra 5. Does that make sense? What if one of your top placements isn't doing anything? Do they just fall off, and does that next level move up to your first level? Yes, we have something called compression. So every single time somebody in your team does not run an auto ship, everything underneath them compresses up. It's not going to look any different in your tree view, but what you'll find, an example of that is Melody McFarland, who's an ambassador. Ambassador Diamond is on Rusty's like 6th level. Well, now she has compressed all the way up to the top and is on Rusty's 2nd level. And so that's pretty cool. That just means when you found a superstar, even if they're way down here, you want to work with them, because if all these people stop their auto ship and quit, then they will compress up to the top. And that happens on a month-to-month basis. Is that a 5% per level or total of 5%? When I'm talking about generations, it's a total of 5% on the entire group volume, not per level. That's residual. The residual is 10 on your first level, 10 on your second level, 5, 5, 5, 2 to infinity. Generations is as a bonus on the entire group volume. If they have the 150 in sales, do they have to run an auto ship that month? Technically, no. We'd always recommend it. We had somebody almost miss a big promotion because a Ruby ran a $77 auto ship, and so we always want to make sure that their auto ships are on. They're actually going to probably change the 150 rule and make it 400 in the next few months here. So the idea is teach people to be on auto ship and get to 400, and they can, at least they're a qualified leg, right? If you're coming to Dash, you have to act surprised when they announce that. And do not spread it. That is insider scoop for those that are on. Dondra, does that make sense? You still get paid on the residual of it all, but what happens is if you're, so let's say that you're this person's diamond, right? They only get their first generation. and they've got diamonds underneath them, so they're only going to get the 2% on the people that are not diamond. You really want to try to stay one step above your team. When you stay one step above your team, then you are ensured that you're not missing out on any of the bonuses. If you do have a runaway leg, let's say this person's diamond and she's got a superstar double diamond underneath her. Oh my goodness, love on her, praise her, validate her. She is the person you're looking for, right? We pray for people to come in our business and work hard like that. You just got to make sure that you're building wide so that way you can promote and get paid on everything that she's doing, get the bonuses on everything that she's doing. Oh, good question. The question is, you see the 400s are here, but not here. This person just needs to run an auto ship. They do not need the 400 themselves. So this person just needs to be an auto ship or be commission qualified. What other questions do we have? You know, when I first got to Diamond, I said, okay, what does this mean for me? What's going on here? What does Diamond being, what does being Diamond mean? And then I started popping diamonds. And I started understanding the idea of the generational payouts, the bonus that you get on your diamonds in your width. And every single time you have a new diamond in your width, you have that 9%. And then the bonuses throughout the depths of the team. That's the power of this business. That's when you teach your people how to lead effectively, how to train their new distributors. And the idea, guys, is that you're going to get to ambassador. You all are. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, because the company's not going to stop. You're not going to stop. So you're going to get to ambassador. And you're working within your top 5 legs, but you do want to be building diamonds wide. So this is just just so you have a vision for where your business is headed. My top spot is ambassador. Brandon is a distributor on the team, and he is ambassador. So my top spot's ambassador, my second spot's ambassador, and now we're building diamonds in the width under Brandon. So the idea is that we work with 2-3 groups at a time. We're helping them to get to diamond, and that they and we get that 9% every time a new diamond pops in our width. This is a webinar just for my team, so this is not a corporate thing. Definitely want to take advantage of them as we can. What's your advice for building, keeping loyals? Good question. Oh my goodness, this is something that we can kind of screw ourselves over and our team over if we teach people to place in your depth. Here's the thing. I teach empowerment. I do not teach, we're not in a welfare system here. So I want to empower and teach my people how to do steps to success. I want to teach them how to do their parties. We need to teach them how to fish, not give them a fish, right? Or whatever that slogan is. I want to teach my teammates how to fish. And so I do not give away my loyal customers. I do not recommend it. What happens when you give away your loyal customers is that you're pushing your volume down. At one point a few months ago, I had a $7,000 personal volume. I get 15% on that. Imagine if I go down, placing all these loyal customers for that one-time bonus. I'd rather get that 600 month after month after month after month. So I do recommend teach steps to success, support, love on, be there, but I don't recommend giving it to people all the time. Now, are there exceptions to the rule? Absolutely. If you're fighting for a promotion and it makes sense, then sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But what happens is if you are teaching your team, all of a sudden, there's people in the depth of your team doing the same thing, and now your volume is really, really deep. I know a distributor within It Works that's a triple diamond making diamond income. Why? Because her volume is deep, because it's spread out, because they taught to place loyal customers, and it really doesn't help you in the long run. Thanks, Christy. That's my soapbox. What's the advice? That's my thoughts on that. You know, we say build it right, we want to build it right, build it tight. You want your volume to be up. You want your superstars to rise up. You want them to, have I given away loyal customers? Sure. Have I put people on my 4th level? Sure. But do not make a habit of it, because at the end of the day, you want diamonds in your width. You want to get to that most promotion. You want to get to that next promotion. You want to stay focused and clear on your goals. And you want to help your teammates to do the same. One other reason why I was the 2nd top money earner at Triple Diamond is because all of the people that I needed to promote were on my top. Let me see if I can get to a pen here. There we go. You know, I had Nikki Moore, who just went ambassador. Amanda Casanova, who just went presidential. Anna Godfrey, who's presidential. Jill and Katie and all these girls that are double diamond, Donna, they're all on my top line. And so that means that my volume is pretty close to the top. They also were coded to me. So an example of that is I really didn't find my key leaders until I was triple. There's a lot of, I don't think that will happen to you. I think we know what we're doing a lot more. I feel like I spent 3 years of my business learning what the heck to do, and now that we know what to do, we can teach it and train it. But I found my superstars when I was Triple Diamond, which meant I was coded to all of these people. So when you get to a position, the idea is that you continue to recruit and build diamonds in your width. I also don't recommend signing up your husband. Again, this is an advanced compensation plan, so I can just be advanced with you guys. I don't recommend signing up your husband until you're diamond, typically. The reason for that is because most people do not sign up enough distributors to build 2 spots at one time. I had a girl that signed up her husband very quickly, and he sat as a $400 leg until just recently. For 2 years, he sat as a $400 leg because she needed to build her first spot. You know, you don't have enough distributors coming in to build 2 spots at one time, plus running 2 auto ships, all that stuff. I also have a distributor that's a superstar recruiter. She's a superstar recruiter, and so she's signing up 10, 15 people a month. If you're a superstar recruiter and you're recruiting people left and right, then you do need a place to put them, and it may make sense for you to sign up your husband. However, we are looking to train and build up leaders, which means that if you sign up your husband, you're in charge of all those people on that team, right? You want to make sure that your top spot has 5 strong and that you're working to train up these people. You don't want to neglect them by building your husband too early. Again, this is strategy and all this, and then placement and things. This can be a very personal decision based on your specific team and your specific needs. You know, if you're a mass recruiter, then we may say it may make sense sooner than somebody that's not. Most people are not mass recruiters, and so we say get your top spot strong, and then you can sign up your husband and get your bottom spot strong. One thing to know as well is that since I'm ambassador and Brandon's ambassador, we have got 5 super strong legs, diamond, double diamond, and above on our top, and then we've got 5 super strong legs on your bottom. Another reason why our check was so big, or healthy, I'll say, compared to some other leaders that may have even had more volume than me, is because as soon as they signed up their husband, they neglected their first spot. You want 2 healthy spots if you're choosing to sign up your husband. So make sure that you do not neglect that top spot and that you've got 5 strong there. And then when you are ready and you need a project, right, or you're bored or whatever, then you can, not that we'll ever be bored because we don't slow down enough to be bored. But when you're ready to go, when you've got that first step strong and healthy, not that it needs to be ambassador, but even as a diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, when you feel like those leaders are in place, they know what they're doing, you've got self-running teams, then it may make sense at that point. Again, all of these are very personal decisions based on you and your team. So make sure that you are talking to your upline, that you are asking questions, and that you're listening to the leaders above you that have been through this before. We know there's an element of getting to the promotion, but you certainly don't want to place a superstar deep. We certainly want to train. If you do choose to place, then you are training that person on how to lead, how to train, how to connect with their team. I have done this time, not anymore, right? Because the first 3 years I had to figure out what I was doing, but I have done it where I'll place a distributor and I'll say, don't worry about calling them because I think it might be weird. That burned me so many times, because guess what? This person then doesn't know what their job is. They still don't feel like they know what they're doing. And so if you are choosing to place, and I'm choosing this emerald here because they're apparently good. So if you place this emerald underneath this person, then use it as a way to train, lead, build, and empower the leader. Again, we're all about building confidence and empowering the leader. It's a lot of upfront work. It is, because you've got to do three-way calls with them. You've got to introduce them. You've got to bridge the relationship between them. But long run, guys, it works, and it's worth it. It's absolutely worth that upfront work, because now what you have is a self-running diamond. If you do not build the relationship and you choose to place, but yet this person doesn't know what their job is, they don't know what their role is, they don't really know how they should be helping, and they feel a little bit lost, I don't care what's going on in their team, they will quit. Or you'll be super annoyed because you're doing all the work and they're collecting a check. We know that happens too, so you want to make sure that the times that people have regretted placing, it's all about the relationship. The times people have regretted placing is when they did not build the relationship and they did not empower this person to lead. That doesn't mean we drop them. Right now I'm on another soapbox, but that doesn't mean we drop this person. It doesn't mean we let go of them and we're not involved, but what it means is that, again, we're empowering the leader to be the leader, and you're using it as a way to train them. What other questions do we have? All right. If you have questions about your specific team, then I recommend, what I often will have people do is I'll say, chart yourself and text it to me. Chart yourself and get it to your upline, because they can chart you too, but you need to learn how to do this, and then they can help with the strategy. I typically will chart people until they're about diamond, and until they're about diamond, and then I'll tell them, chart yourself and send it to me so I can look at it. Or what if they ask me to chart them, I say, okay, who are your 2 to 3 superstars here? Because I'm not in the depth enough to really know what's going on in everybody's organizations, of course. So if you want help with strategy, then get with your upline. If they're fairly new too, then get with your diamond, double diamond upline and ask them for help. So that way you can keep focused on your goals. We know that promotion does not happen on accident. We know that there is an element of getting there, that you need to focus on your top 2, 3, 4 key leaders wide and work within their teams until everybody promotes. But we also know you don't want to place a superstar too deep. We know that you want to work with people that are helping you train. One thing that I do is, if I do place distributors, I'll talk to this person and I'll say, okay, I've got a newbie. Are you willing to work with them to help train them to be invested in a part of their team? Because one reason why we place is to get help. Certainly it's for promotions. Certainly you do want to get there, but ultimately you want a self-running team, and you want to empower that person to lead well. So I'll say, these are the things I need you to do. I need you to call them at least 3 times a week. Maybe have one scheduled call, but text or call a couple times just to build the relationship and get to know what's going on. I need you to be part of the team calls and text your downline and let them know when the team calls are. I need you to be active on the Facebook group, not just answering your team's questions, but just being a voice and an advocate, because the more that people see you around, the more that they're going to trust you and feel like you're engaged on the team. You know, I'll just say I need you to come to at least a few parties. You have to, like we did in Oklahoma, we said, right, everybody stand up, everybody stood up, everybody sit down, everybody sat down. We need to be engaged and guiding our team because they've never done this before. And even if you're new, guys, I have to say, you probably know more than they do. So don't feel fearful about being direct with what's going on. Of course, hearing their concerns and hearing their why and building the relationship, but they're also looking to be told what to do. Most people come into this from a corporate background, right? And what's corporate America all about? Somebody telling you what to do and you're doing it, typically. And so most people come in wanting help like that, wanting guidance like that. I know I did. I'd never done a business like this before, and I needed for somebody to say, okay, this is step A, this is step B, this is step 3. And we have that with steps to success. So the way to duplicate this is throughout your team is steps to success. This is so strategic. I'm going to go advanced on you a bit. Okay? Oh, that's a cool one. Oh, no, I don't like that one. Sorry. That was a red dot. Didn't really draw. Okay, so we've got your auto ship. Auto ship, auto ship, auto ship. This ensures that your random executive and Ruby that you're looking at are going to flip over. If they're not on their ADB auto ship and they're on that 150 rule and they don't look at it. I mean, I've had people miss out on $2,000 checks because they didn't run their auto ship. I never ever recommend it. This also is this ensures that you're going to get your fast start bonus and that you're going to get your cab bonus. If somebody is not on ADBV auto ship, you do not get paid. So all of these steps are very, very intentional. Gather 4 customers. Guess what? We used to not have this, and we would have to say, "Come on, let's get a party going so you can get some customers so you can do good," you know. And we would try to figure out a way to tell them that we need them to get their 2 customers in a way that made sense to them. This is how you do it. Gather 4 customers in your first 30 days. Hopefully they'll at least get 2, right? So help them schedule those events, get going with their business. And then of course, how many loyal customers does it take to get to 400? Just a few. Just a few. When people are doing steps to success and they're having their launch events, they will get to 400. Time and time again, they may need 2 parties. They may need 4. They may just, post on Facebook and get 4 loyal customers right away. So it's really about being intentional with starting. And then if you teach your teammates to focus on 3. 3 team members is manageable. 3 team members is something where you feel like you can mentor and connect with and build within 3 key players. And then when you have this person, find their 3 key players. And this person, find their 3 key players. And you teach everybody steps to success, finding their 3 key players. Guess what? Do you see all these lines? Your team starts to double. So steps to success is the duplicatable system that's so strategic. It's going to ensure that you get your fast start bonuses and cab bonuses. It's going to ensure that you're really teaching people how to recruit and close the deal and promote, so that way everybody above them promotes as well. Good question, Christy. Christy just promoted to Diamond, so congratulations to Christy. What just happened? You may be seeing my screen. There it goes. I lost my dude. Sorry about that. I'm going to go back to my diamond or my double diamond page. All right. The question is if you need an emerald, for example, how far does it have to be on your top line? Good question. No. No, it just has to be in a separate leg. So you need those 5 key legs. But let's say you sign up your mom, and your mom's just kind of hanging out, but this girl, her neighbor is doing awesome. She can be your emerald as long as it's within one leg. Now let's say, this is something interesting. Again, this is more of an advanced question. Let's say that this person decides to cancel, but yet they've got 2 superstars. Now with compression, they go back up. These are compressed up to the top. So it will say in your check, Sally on level 3 paid as level 1. However, you may be working within these 2 groups because they're rocking and rolling, they're excited, but it still counts as one leg. They don't separate. So even if their sponsor falls away, does not do their auto ship, cancels, whatever, these 2 superstars here are still considered one leg. Another thing to notice is that you can get cabbed out. This is something that might not, that's why this is advanced, right? Because I don't know that we really talk about this too much, but you can get cabbed out. So, for an example, I'm going to get my triple guy up here. I signed up my superstars when they were triple, or when I was triple, right? So I signed up Amanda and Anna and Nikki when I was triple. I think I signed up, yep, I think I was presidential for some of the other ones. Donna, all those girls when I was triple. So I get coding on all of the depth of their team. Now, let's say that Nikki gets to triple herself. Nikki gets to triple herself. Anybody new that she signs up, I don't get coding on because she does, right? She gets coding on all her new people. I get coding on all her old people. So you can get cabbed out, which just means that you're no longer getting cabs on the new distributors on their team. You still will get cabs for the people that they signed up before they were triple, but when they get to let's say you signed up somebody when you're diamond, once they get to diamond on the new people, you don't get that $80 cab bonus anymore. They do. One thing to know too, this is kind of interesting. I'm going to go back to double because for some reason I think it's this triple page that's not letting me write, not the pen. So let's say you're double and your person gets to diamond. As a double, you get 120. Triple, you get 135. Presidential, you get 145. And ambassador, you get 150. This person turned diamond. She now gets the $80 cab bonus. Let's say this person signs up a rock star. Who gets the coding on that? Well, you get, or this diamond, the enroller, gets the 80. But you get the difference. So if you signed up this diamond when you're double and you get the 120, she promotes all of the new people she signs up, you still get the difference. She gets 80 and you get the difference. So now, as an ambassador diamond, when I sign somebody up, pretty much they have to be ambassador for me to be coded out in that leg. Otherwise, it's going to go from, as I get 150 as my cab bonus, right? So when somebody gets to diamond, I get 70. When someone gets to double, I get 30, that kind of thing. So let's see if that makes sense at all. All right, any questions on that? Coding out? Coding out, again, just means that if somebody gets to your level, all of the new people are going to be coded to them and not you. Are you taxed on all the bonuses? Yes, because tax, you get a, 1099 at the end of the year, and that includes it's all considered commissions. Now I have to tell you, this coding, this cab bonus is huge. I have had checks where my cab bonus is $20,000 to $50,000 a month alone, just the cab bonus. So again, when you sponsor a superstar, when you're diamond and above, and you teach them how to do it, I mean, right now, let's say, and this is an example, let's say I sign up somebody, and they're a rock star, and they're all following steps of success. 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, all the through the depth of the organization. So CAB bonuses are powerful, 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 but they're one-time payouts. So the CAB bonus is a one-time payout. What I love about the CAB bonus, though, is that if this person's a rock star and they're coded to me, guess what? It makes sense to train them and be a part of it. Not that you want to neglect any of these people. You always want to include their upline. But I'm saying if you've got a superstar, then it can be, then you just know your time training the depth is valuable. And then but then the generational bonus, that ensures that we're teaching people to get to a level of leadership because we get that promotion, that bonus. So you can get generationed out as well, and I'll explain that. So let's say everything that's not diamond is your first generation, and you get, sorry, if you can read it, you get, let me erase that. Okay, so we're going to talk about being generationed out. Anything that's not diamond is your first generation, and you get the 2% on. The first diamond in the leg, this is your second generation, and you get 4%. If you personally enroll them, you get the extra 5, so you get 9. When this person pops diamond, they're your third generation, and it goes 2, 4, 2% here. If you personally enroll them, you get an extra 5. This is silly to write like this. Third, fourth, fifth. As an ambassador, you get 5 generations. So let's think about some of our legs. We've got, I don't know all of the people, but we've got Nikki Moore, who has Shannon Altum. Shannon has Cassandra, and Cassandra's double diamond, so we know that she has a diamond. So there's my 5th generation right now. When that person gets a diamond, I do not get a bonus on that. So again, just another reason to continue to build diamonds in your width so you can start that generation pattern every single time you have a new leg. All right. Someone asked only residuals on W-2. No, all fast start bonuses, all the payouts, all the commissions that you get from ItWorks period will be on your statement, your 1099. Or we don't get a W-2 because we are self-employed, so we get a 1099. What was the get wider to get paid on more levels? You want to make sure you're one step ahead of your team. The idea is to build wide so you get new generations, because you can generation out. I mean, there's legs now. It sounds crazy for you if you're newer and not yet diamond. It sounds like this is lofty or this may never happen, but if you keep working your business consistently, in a year or two, you're going to wake up and go, whoa, craziness. And so this is going to happen for you as well. But when you've got 5 diamonds deep in a leg, you know you don't get the generations anymore because we stop at 5 generations. So if you build wide, then you're starting your gens over, and again, you get the 9% here. So the CAB bonuses is paid throughout the depth of the team. That ensures that we work within the depth of the team to make sure that people are getting trained well. The generations ensures that we teach people how to be successful. There's no room for greed in this compensation plan. There's no room for putting people down or like pushing them down if they're a superstar and they're promoting. Even if they pass you up, you're going to get paid on what you get paid on, and they're going to get paid on what they get paid on. So they're not messing you up. You just want to make sure that you are building in your width, so that way you can get paid on everything that's going on. What other questions do we have? This is when the excitement starts to happen, because for me at least, the hardest pin level for me was Ruby to Diamond, because at Ruby you just got people with their feet wet. At Diamond you've got people invested and excited, and you really have found your key leaders. I know a lot of people skip Emerald and they go Ruby straight to Diamond because they have found their key leaders. I know some people who sat at Ruby for maybe 9 months or a year waiting for their key leaders. I know Donna Suzer was Ruby for quite a long time. She had a strong, healthy volume, but she was Ruby for a while because she just kept looking for her people. She was Ruby at conference and is now Double Diamond. She got to Diamond, Double Diamond within 4 or 5 months after conference because she found people that were invested. And so if you have not yet found your superstars, that's okay, because they are out there. They're people that want what we have, that are looking and seeking us out, which is why we have to ask people. We just can't prejudge. We just got to go talk to them and see where they're at with things, and you'll never know who your next superstar is going to be. It has been over an hour already, so I know that there's a lot to learn. Make sure to ask questions to your upline. Let them know what you need and where things are at. Chart yourself and get it to them, and let us know how we can help. But thank you guys for being on with me. Here is to dreaming big and even bigger checks. So all of you decide what your number is and shoot for it, and know that our business and our team doubles each and every year, and even more than that. So have so much fun. Excited to be on this journey with you, and we'll see you next time.